Hey, welcome back to another Zoro deck review. I'm very interested about this one. We're coming with Forest's deck. They were from Japan. It looks like they won at Card Box. I'm very interested in this deck just because it is running the Whitebeard Pirates package. You got your Izos, your Marcos, got the Whitebeard Pirate Searcher. I'm very interested to see how this plays. So let's just go over real quick. We're running 4 Otamas. I see Otama at least 2 of, so that's standard. The Dawn makes total sense. Didn't see this all the time. Then we got Jozu, which is interesting for this. He's running our 2K counters. He is a searchable 2K counter out with Whitebeard Pirates, but we'll get there. Makino, good old Makino, our 2K counter that buffs both our, like any of our 1-drops. We got Marco, this is the blocker Marco, which is quite interesting. You can pitch quite a few cards in this, in all honesty, for, I guess actually you can really pitch the Whitebeard Pirates, the Izos, maybe the Jozus, so I guess maybe you're not worried too much about bringing him back, but we'll see. We got Izo, our Whitebeard Searcher. We got Buggy, our Event Searcher. We got Marco. This is our Marco where we can pop whatever we need to. Running Gordon in this deck, which I could see because I feel like Gordon and the Marcos work very well together. Or I could also see Marco working really well with the round table. We're running 1 round table. We're also running 4 Rad Beams, 4 Whitebeard Pirates, which lets us search the top 5, reveal a Whitebeard Pirate, add it to our hand. So this can get us the Marcos, it can get us an Izo, so we can search even further. This deck to me seems like it's really trying to build board state, remove threats with Marcos, with our Fire Fists, with our Jet Pistol, and then slowly get the board state in our favor so that we can either at the end of the day use Jambe to swing with lead if they have no life, or just kind of wither them down. So without further ado, let's hop into a game with this deck. Welcome in to our first match. We're up against Whitebeard himself. So Whitebeard, I feel like we're running the worst Whitebeard package, just because Whitebeard does very good with it. I think we keep this because we're not trying to do the 1-drops as much. So we're gonna keep. This is very strange. We'll Buggy right away. We will grab our Whitebeard Searcher, which is very interesting. I guess we could have just searched, but I'd rather have the body for the swing. So I think he's confused right now. He just saw what we grabbed. I would honestly be confused. So what we do here, we can reveal, get our, what are we even trying to search? Or our Marcos most likely. So we'll grab our Izo, and then we'll return these to the bottom. We'll play our Izo. We'll grab a Marco. We'll put these guys on the bottom. This is a very interesting deck for me right now. We could swing for 6 right here, which I think we're going to, because we might as well try to get something out. Because Whitebeard at the end of the day is going to have a million cards in hand. Oh, he took a life. Oh, that is strange. I don't see a lot of Whitebeard players take life early. Playing a lot of Whitebeard myself, I don't usually recommend taking a life early. I think protecting your life is by far more important. For us, on the other hand, taking a life early is totally fine. So we're going to no trigger off of that, because we kind of want to get down so our blocker Marcos can do their thing. He plays a Jinbei. Okay, interesting. So is he running removal? Either way, what we can do is we can just drop our Marco down, pop his Jinbei, and then we're just going to say go. So right now we're just kind of building our board state up, making sure he doesn't get a lot of value in for what he's trying to do. So I think we still take this, get more cards in hand. It's like us losing life against Whitebeard. Whitebeard's taking his life, we're losing our life. I would like as much cards in hand as possible. Oh, there's the Marco. So we can do the same thing that he just did. So we're gonna draw our Don. We're gonna play our Marco. We're gonna pop his Marco. And now we can swing for 6 again. I think we swing for 6. We are running rad beams. So we swing for 6. Get a life. Okay. Wow. Really letting us get in. I mean, that's quite strange to me, because I think he's going to try to counter out later. Now the question is, do we want to drop the Gordon now off the 1 Dawn because we have it? He might pop the Gordon if he has another Marco. So part of me is, let's just keep it in hand. We could search. Let's just search. Let's search for another Whitebeard pirate, which we didn't hit, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. See, that's just what happens. That's the play. That's when you misplay. But at least we got all that out of the way, other than the rad beam. The rad beam would have been kind of nice. If he does play another Marco, he's gonna pop our ISO. Oh, he's just going for life. 7. I'll take the 7. Do I take the 7 actually? Because we can counter out of this. Let's counter out of this one, because I don't want him to Dawn up leader and go crazy. Yeah. See, now we're gonna take this one because we'll be down to 2. Use trigger. Lets us search for a Whitebeard. We got an ISO out of that. That's totally fine. Lets us search for more of our Marcos. Dropping the blocker Marco. Dropping a Nami. Searching probably for a 2K or maybe even a Rush Luffy at this point. Got a rad beam. Yeah, there we go. So now we draw our cards, draw our Dawn. So at this point, I think we can easily just start going for board as much as possible. So we can jet pistol. Let's see. He has no life. He has 1 blocker. So we can jet pistol away his blocker because it's going to come back rested. That'll be 4. He has every 2K in the entire world. So the options here are to either try to, let's see. I guess we could pop the other Marco too, but okay. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to jet pistol this Marco. We're going to see if he brings it back. Nope. Sick. Even better. Okay. Then we're going to, with our Dawn, try to get some 2Ks out of his hand. So we can swing first. Let's buff everything. So these are now 7s. So now we can do what? 7. We'll get a 2K out of hand. So we could swing 8. We could keep this up for a blocker Marco just in case we don't get anything. I think that's the play. But I think we go 7. Get a 2K. We do 7. Get another 2K. We'll do 1. Or we'll get a 1K. Cool. And then we will drop down our own blocker Marco. And then we'll say go. Unfortunately, we don't have any events to trash. So I think ultimately here, we're going to counter out of as much of this as we can. So we'll counter that out. That's fine. He's going 7 with his other attack, which we can't counter out of. So we're just going to take no trigger. That's fine. More counter in hand. Rush Luffy. 6, we can counter out of that. That's fine. Okay. So now we have Fire Fist. Okay, do we want to go for board to try to make him reset up? Because he could drop a 9 beard, but he doesn't have any blocks. How much could we go for? We can swing. Let's just go for game. So we're going to Dawn up. So we're going to go up to 6. So we have 7, 7. So let's see. 1, 2. He's at 6, 7. That'd be a 2K. So we can go 9. 2 on you for 9. 2 on you for 9. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves us enough to do 3 on there and then another 2. Okay. So we do 2 for 9. Okay. And then he has enough Dawn to do another Rad Beam. Let's do, because we should have sung 10. We should have sung 10 first. We should have done 10, 10. Because we let him counter perfectly out with a Rad Beam. And then let me guess, he has another Rad Beam. Which, if that is the case, we probably want to go for one of his characters, like try to get the Marco, but it's pretty much the same. What we can do though is we can easily get the Rush Luffy, because it'll go past our blocker, and then no target, and then we attack in. So we're gonna get the Rush Luffy here. We should have played the Gordon instead, because then we could have had one Dawn up to fake the... He's thinking about it. What, you gonna throw all your counter to save Rush Luffy? Oh, he probably is. Okay. Because I don't have... Oh, I could have swung 6 then. Oh, I think we lost. I think that was the misplay. Oh, no. We can't counter out of this. So let's take our last one, see what it is. Marco blocker, no trigger. This one we just block out of. Yeah, he's just gonna toss all the Dawn on. Yeah, you got it. Damn, that was close. I should have went for the Rush Luffy and then guarded up. Is what I should have done. But hindsight 2020. It's one of those things when playing a new deck that you're like, I'm not used to having blocker Marcos. I'm being completely honest in Zoro. But that was really close. I honestly think we had that. He had... he still had a bunch of counter in hand. Let's see. A bunch of 2K, 3 2Ks, 1. But I think we lose... I think we win next turn. 100%. If we had wiped board... Because we would have still made him use counter on Luffy, because he probably wanted to keep the Luffy alive. And then he didn't have any events to trash after that, so we could have got the Marco as well. So we could have went into the Marco, into the Luffy after he tried to save it, and we would still have our blocker up. And I think instead of using that 2 Dawn I did for Fire Fist, we could have used the Gordon instead. But let's move on to a game 2. Welcome back. We're up against purple Luffy this time. I kind of don't like this hand because we have 2 Rad Beams already. Like, what are we going to hit off these buggies? Like, if these were Izos, maybe. So let's mull. I like that way better. Okay. I like that a lot better. Okay. Draw Dawn. Draw. We're going to... This is always one of those weird decisions where we have to go the Izo or the buggy, and we'll just do Izo first. See, and it's one of those things where we should have done buggy first, because we could have got the Jomblay or something like that, and then return cards, and then we'll do the buggy. Okay, this is fine. Let's just get a Rad Beam here. We could get the pirates to search more, but I think we have enough in hand. Swing 5. We'll take 5. No effect. Or no trigger. Draw our Dawn. So we could drop the Marco already if we really wanted to. I kinda would rather Dawn and get an attack in now. So let's actually even hold off on the Dawn. Let's just do one on Zoro, which you're now 3. So we'll do 4, 5. Swing for 5. We might get a life here. We want to try to get as much life as fast as possible against Purple Luffy, just because Purple Luffy loves to ramp. And so getting all of this out is so fine for us. There, we even got the life. That's fine. You can have the buggy. Buggy became a blocker. Did you make a blocker buggy? I'm just going to take this so I get more cards in hand. Yeah, to use trigger. Let's get the Marco off that, because it's the only thing we can get. Now we have every blocker Marco in the entire world. See, and that's the other thing. And just drops Poly, removes our other one. So anything that is below as a 4 or less cost is just going to get KO'd. But so we can draw our Dawn. We can drop our Marco. Let's see how much he wants. Let's see if he'll invest some Dawn into the Sphinx. We're gonna Dawn up here. We'll attack into Sphinx. Let's see if he invests to save it. He does. Okay, that's fine. Then what do we even want? We want the other Marco, because we can start. We can't really hit anything off of it, in all honesty, until we hit a Gordon. But we have the search for Gordon, so maybe we hold off, keep the Rad Beam. I like this. Okay, so we'll just hold off, keep the Rad Beam up. Okay, dropping the blocker kid. 7 into Marco. He really wants the Marco. The question is, do we give him the Marco? I don't think so. Say we do new block. Boom. It's fine. Invest into the Marco. Do it. 7 again. We'll go boom boom. 7 again. Okay. This is quite the investment. I should have just let him have it, because we could have just replayed a Marco. So we'll just resolve. Draw Dawn. It's one of those things where you start investing too much into a character and it doesn't become worth it anymore. But we did get 3 attacks off. We did save our life from that. And now we can drop you. We'll do the Dawn first. We should have done it the other way around. That's fine, especially if we see a Gordon here. Nope. We can't grab. Oh yeah, we can grab the Jozu. Oh no, I should have grabbed the Marco. Maybe the counter is better. Then we have 1 Dawn left up. We can't really swing into anything but lead, so we'll swing into lead. He's just gonna rest him. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, taking the Marco again. See, the thing is, when they rested and attacked him first, we should have just treated him like a blocker. That is totally my bad for not being so used to having Marco blockers. Swinging for 6. I'll say no. Swinging for 7. We'll take the 7. Let's see. We'll use trigger, just so we don't take that last hit. Sure. Oh, I returned the wrong Dawn. That's whatever. This is when I wish we had grabbed the other Marco, because we could have removed the blocker. So let us see what we're going to do. We could try to go for board here. He only has 3 cards in hand. So we can drop the Gordon. We can pop the Gordon to minus the kid. We can drop the Makino. We can rest the Makino to buff. Put this onto Zoro. We can now swing let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8 into poly. Cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 into Sphinx. And then 7 into Sphinx. Damn, dude. You had it. You had the other 2K. That's kind of nuts. 7. So we'll do no blocks, no trigger. 10. No blocks, no trigger. 9. I don't think we can get out of that because I think we only go to 9. Yep. Damn. That's why we should have left one up. We should have just won 6 into him. We would have got the counter anyways. All right. Not a good day for me playing this Zoro deck. I honestly still like it. I'm not used to the whitebeard package being in Zoro, but you know what? Let's do one more game. Let's see if we can get something. These are so short, so they're fun. Oh, let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, welcome to Anel. Interestingly enough, I'm actually going to keep this hand. I don't mind it. I've learned quite a bit from playing this deck now, and I have some ideas for what we should be doing. We'll drop the ISO. We'll get a blocker Marco. It's kind of a strange deck, especially for me. We could drop the Gordon here just so we have a drop. He's not going to remove it. And now he might have to think about that. He knows it's there. He's going to swing 6. We'll take 6. No trigger. Draw cards. Let's drop down a blocker Marco. And then we swing 5. Get a life. Yep. No trigger. Cool. Swinging 6 again. Let's see. I'm gonna counter out this one just because we can. I don't feel like taking too much life too early, even though we get down to the rad beams. I just would like to control his board a little bit better currently. Got on. So we can pop. We can pop one of these. We probably don't want to attack with the Gordon. So let's do this. We'll hit you. I'll play you. We'll pop you. And then we can save the Dawn. Swing for 5. Get a life. Yep. Luckily, no trigger. Kind of interesting. So now we have quite a bit. We're probably going to take some damage here. That's fine. No trigger. Okay, cool. Didn't attack with lead. I like it. I understand why. He wants more life than us to get his cracker. To get value. The thing he doesn't know is that I guess we can't really do anything unless I jet pistol it or something. We could go for the buggy to see if we see our jet pistol. We know we have one. So, you know what? Let's buggy. We didn't get the jet pistol, and we could get the Jomblay here, but I kind of like the Fire Fist a little bit better because we can double Fire Fist a Katakuri later if we need to. So then we got a bunch of Dawn up. Let's play another blocker Marco. Let's attach 2 Dawn to Zoro. Let's see if we can get the Holy here. Nope, wanted to keep the Holy alive. That's fine, getting counter out of hand. And then let's just pass. Because if we take one more hit, our rad beams are going to be activated. We can then use our blocker Marco. Okay. Just dropping the 9-drop Yamato to get the blocker Marco immediately. Well, we already have another, so that is fine. That's one of those things where taking that hit earlier, it could have done, still wouldn't have mattered, but he would have been able to be activated. Okay. So we'll draw our Dawn. We'll play another blocker Marco. The question here, because we still can't do this. Let's start using some of our board. So we can Dawn up. We can Dawn up Buggy. We can do like, or the chance he is another Yamato. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's always that way. So swing for 6. Get a 2K. Cool. So 6 or 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we hope that you don't have another Yamato, which would be annoying. That'd be quite annoying. Yamato would get so much value right here. Katakuri, not so much. I'd be fine if you played a Katakuri, because we're just going to remove the Katakuri. Big Mom would be slightly annoying. You can have that. Acting as a blocker. Thank you, Ezo. You can have that too. That investment was already made. So we can block, resolve. That's fine. We got one more blocker. I just didn't want to take this because it's double attack. Would have sucked. There's the Katakuri. All right. So now, ooh. We could double Fire Fist the Katakuri, or we could remove the Yamato. I don't know which one is better to do. I think the double Fire Fist to remove. We can't even do that because they're not at 2. I think the Yamato is the play, which would be 9 Dawn. That would leave us 1 up. I kind of like that. So we're gonna go Fire Fist, pop, and then we can swing for 5 just because he's gonna get it back. It'll let him search. Actually no. Well, if we do hit him and he plays a Yamato right now, he's gonna be able to pop this no matter what we do. We know we're gonna give it to him. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. He's gonna take it. He's gonna search. Get another counter. It's totally fine. Okay. That's fine. Search for Doggo. Search for Doggo. Trash one of your cards. Yep. So, you know, part of me wants to take this. Just because once we take this, we have Rad Beam activated. We can start doing the blocker Marco. So, you know, we're going to take this. No trigger. No trigger. And now we can just start doing, like, we'll block, resolve attack, use card action, ditch this, get him back. Because now we get all of the investment onto this Marco. Because he has 1 Dawn up, he has 5 cards in hand, 1 life. We have 4 attacks. So we're pretty good right here. Yeah, we can just do no block, resolve, use, get them back. Fine with me. No blocks give you 2k. Look at blocker Marco getting work in. Okay. So now the goal is to just win here. So we don up Zoro. We can swing for 9. Let's see, we can swing for, so that's 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, so we have 9 left. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, okay. So let's just do basically 9. That's 7, 8, 9. Okay. He's gonna do a leader ability. 9. Okay. Oh, it's a trigger. Use card action. That sucks. And then I guess we just go for game still though. 11. Yes! Let's go. We beat an L. My hardest matchup. Wow. I guess I kind of like it. This deck's kind of interesting against an L. I lost against everything else that I normally would beat, and I beat an L. Like, the mind games of myself. Well, let's, that was fun. That was a good one. This deck is quite interesting for us. Good deck. Overall, interesting seeing the Whitebeard package in a Zoro deck, but it does work. You're getting the value on buffing your Marcos, and they kind of just become your win con of playing out as many Marcos as you possibly can, and then basically getting them buffed up with that 1k with Zoro. It's kind of interesting. It was strange to get used to because I usually rely very heavily on our 1-drops. And in this deck, it doesn't rely nearly as heavily on using your 1-drops as your attackers. And it's kind of cool. Overall, definitely, I'd give this deck like 8 out of 10. Go try it. Give it a go. See what you think. Let me know what you guys think of this deck. And yeah, I always do enjoy too if you guys see me do any sort of misplay, or if I did notice something or didn't catch something, just let me know in the comments. I love learning. We're all trying to learn together. And that's the goal. Like, that's why I love One Piece. It is such a fun game to play. There's so much to it. There's so much little nuances and mistakes that you can make, but you can just learn from those and try not to make them again the next time. I hope this has been fun to watch. I hope you guys have liked this pilot of this deck. I hope you guys try it out yourself, and I will catch you guys next time. As always, stay savage, you guys. Bye, everybody.